You know what, guys? Today's a bad day. Today's a bad day because 2 out of 3 of the trades that I took today actually hit take profit. Now, the problem is all 3 out of 3 trades I lost. I lost. Hit my stop loss or summit. So we're gonna be talking about all the free trades, and I'm gonna be noting them down in my Notion and shit like that, and whatever. Now we're gonna start with gold because gold was what pissed me off first. Gold, obviously, if you know my strategy, you can see the setup already. Boom. Support, now resistance. Fibonacci. Boom. And there's a trend line which I'll draw in a sec. Let me just go back to when price was moving in the way I wanted it to move. If I could quickly. Oh, that's where I am. Okay, there it is. There we go. So yeah, I was seeing loads of confluence. I was seeing 1, 2. So Fibonacci, previous support, now resistance. That's 2. Number 3 is the SMA. I mean the trend line. That's 3. Number 4 is what the round number. As you can see, there's loads of round numbers in here, but you can see the round number. What was it? There's a 50 round number. If I can just pinpoint somewhere around there. There's a 50. Hold on. Am I right with that? I don't think I put it right. It's a bit lower. Okay, the double all round number, which is just like 2 pips below that. But boom, that's fine. Number 5 is the SMAs. I hop on the 5-minute time frame. This is an A plus sell. Even though it didn't work, it is an A plus sell. But I hop on the 5-minute time frame. Price forms its reversal pattern right here. Candle close. Price corrects, and anything below this level is entries. Now, my entries was around here with my stop loss there, and obviously price hits. Actually, no. My stop loss was all the way up here. Sorry, and obviously my targets, and I was risking a lot in this trade because I'll explain why in a sec. But as you can see, stop loss was here, and boom, that was the first trade that I took a loss in today, which was unfortunate. And the other trades actually hit my TP. I was correct on the directions that these trades were meant to go. Let's first talk about US 30 was trending on the 15-minute time frame. We see price was trending already. The swing pullback already was trending. The candle closed below here. We know it's trending, okay? Now that we know it's trending, what do? We're looking for selling opportunities. So at first I thought this was like a impulse type of trade, but it wasn't. It was a triangle breakout, a flat bottom triangle breakout type of trade. Now we got an area of support around this area. Price candle closed below this area, no problem. I'm looking for sales now. So immediately when we got that 15-minute candle closed, I hop on the 5-minute time frame immediately, and we get the correction and the continuation. So obviously I measured, if I can find it, actually wherever that was, yeah, that's my entry. But yeah, at first my stop loss was here, targeting the lows. Now this trade should have been a profitable trade, but I fucked up. I didn't really take a loss in this trade. I just did something stupid practically. So let me explain my thought process. And the thing is, I'm going to explain why my thought process was wrong. There was a period of time when it went wrong. So my stop loss was here. My entry was on this candle right here. Boom, price starts going against me. I'm like, okay, fuck off. I'm waiting. I was like, if price candle closes below here, I will move my stop loss to here. That's what happened. Price candle closed below here. I moved my stop loss to here. Now price was moving my direction. I was up 2% already. I was fucking being a G, doing my shit. Then price comes all the way back here. Now once price started moving, I first said if price candle closes below here, I'll move my stop loss to break even. The problem, that was what I said there was right. Now, what I did wrong was that immediately when I saw price start pushing down, that's when I moved my stop loss to around here or break even. That's not, I should not have done that, guys. I'm just saying I should not have done that. I'm following market structure. I'm putting my stop loss at the new highs after a new low has been created. A new low was created, so I put it at this high. A new lower high was created, but not a new low yet. That's why I shouldn't have put it there. And as you can see, that's why the trade did hit TP on this candle right here. It did hit TP. It's not that I was wrong. It's just I wasn't putting my stop loss placement. But immediately when I started seeing price go a little bit down, instead of sticking to what I said and waiting for price to candle close below that level, I stupidly moved my stop loss to around here and I got stopped out for like, what, 0.1%. But this trade did still hit where I wanted to go. So as you can see, even though there wasn't a candle close, I won't lie, there wasn't a candle close below that level. We see that, I think it was news or whatever, pushed to my TP. So it still would have been a profitable trade either way. It does not matter. But yeah. But it became, unfortunately, this was like a 0. Well, this wasn't that much of a loss. What's annoying me is this. This is what's annoying me. I somehow made this a losing trade, a 10 out of 10 setup. This was a what? 10-minute setup? Yeah, I think. Hold on, where was it? Yeah, 10-minute time frame setup. Why is this there? Yo, what's wrong with this? Let me fix my thing. This was a 10 out of 10 setup. Why? We have resistance now acting as support at this area. So that's exactly what I used. So support here, resistance here. I used that area. So we can see price started trending around here and candle closed above that high there. Meaning the SMAs is now trending. Price now pulls back into here. So I'm looking for now trade opportunities. I'm looking for 5 confluences, and that's exactly what I did. I found 5 confluences. The Trappers Technology. The DPE. Hold on, let me just draw this quickly. Did we get a candle close below this trend line? No candle closes here. No candle closes below it there. 1, 2, Fibonacci is 3. Let me just draw it properly. DPE. That's why the Trappers acknowledge it. Fibonacci is 3. The round number, which was, I'm pretty sure, was the 50 round number, if I can find it, was 4. And number 5 is the SMAs. Obviously, you're up on the 1 minute time frame looking for a reversal pattern, and we get a indication, correction, continuation. Now, like I said, I told you I was going to explain this, why I put my stop loss at that high. But I'm going to now change. I'm not going to change my entry strategy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change my stop loss for my entry strategy. Now, usually my stop loss, when I see an indication, I see price correct, and I start to see it making its continuation, my stop loss is usually below here. The thing is that this putting my stop loss here isn't a good enough reason, because price did hit my stop loss, but guess what? You know what never happened? Price never candle closed below here. You see what I'm on about? There was no candle close below that level. You get me? Whereas if I just entered and let my stop loss be here, I would have been like, okay, the only thing that can make me not go in this trade, make me just leave this trade or something like that, is if price candle closes below this level. That's enough for me to do it. Did we get that? Absolutely not. No candle close below that level. You get me? So what I want to start doing is that I'm going to start entering obviously, like I said, I'm gonna start entering, but I'm gonna put my stop loss at the indication instead of putting it at the continuation, which was right here. I'm gonna start putting at the indication. But for the sake of what you call it, being safe, you know, not really being safe, but for the sake of like at least making actual profit, I will be increasing my risk. You get me? For these type of trades, I will be increasing it to like 1.5% or more. You get me? So that's my plan currently. That's my plan. It does actually piss me off that two of the trades that this trade and this trade hit my take profits, but I still managed to take a loss. So you get me. Now I'm gonna move my stop loss to the indication, and now my new rules is that if I see a candle close below the correction, then yeah, I'll leave. But hold on, let me just make sure my entry. This is how I'm gonna start entering. Obviously, as price comes above here, that will be entries. My stop loss here, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. Because these 10 out of 10 trade, they are hitting my TP, except for this, and this was a range breakout trade, but it was still beautiful. Like I actually would have made profit if I just stick to the plan in it. And now I'll be honest, I'm negative in the in my phase account. I'm actually negative now, but due to that. So what I'm gonna start doing, obviously 10 out of 10 setups only, but not only that, I will be increasing my risk in most of these setups. And yeah, that's really all. It's unfortunate, and yeah, that's really all I have to say. It's been 11 minutes, and yeah, bye bye.